Well, we're back with Solekted TV, the finale of season 3, and today, I mean, I keep saying it all season. I've been saying, you know, with the guests that are coming through, it's just a mad thing, and there's no exception again for the finale. We've got Mr. Off the Wall in the building today. What's going on?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in. Honestly, a space for everyone, of course, Solekted TV, where we just get to know each other, get to share our stories, get to talk about, of course, our favourite pairs. So first off, a question I always ask everyone. Tell us about yourself and how did you get into sneakers?
Okay, so my name is David. I'm 39 years old. I'm French, from Paris.
Nice.
I moved to London 8 years ago, almost 8 years ago.
Nice.
And yeah, I've been collecting sneakers for almost 15 years, a little bit more and less, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're my babies. I call them my babies.
Of course, we all say that. We all say that.
I live with sneakers. I live and breathe sneakers.
Absolutely.
So yeah. That's me, David, aka Mr. Off the Wall on IG.
Of course, absolutely. Well, don't worry, we're going to get to the plugins, guys. Don't worry, we're going to get to that. Was there a particular pair that you thought, that's the pair that made me really fall in love with this?
It wasn't really a pair. It was just like, for me, like at the beginning, when I was a kid, when I was around like 10, 11, when I really started to understand the sneaker game, because like everything started with like my two passions when I was a kid. So it was basketball, thanks to my dad, and skateboard.
Oh, nice.
So basketball, it was like, my dad was a real fan of Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah,
he was watching all the game, and sometimes when it was like an important game, like playoff or finals, he was waking me up during the nights. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Even if I was a kid, he was like coming in my bedroom. David, it's time for the game.
No,
so I started to watch MJ during when I was a kid, and then like being born in '85, like when it was like '92, the Dream Team, I was like kind of grown enough,
like young, but you kind of understood it.
To understand like what basketball is, who is Michael Jordan, the impact he has, and obviously the whole surrounding, you know, like, and obviously the sneakers. But the problem is like my dad always told me like, look, like you will have like shoes. I will put the money in the sneakers when your foot will stop growing. You know, like, because every 2 weeks you have like a new size of shoes. So so it was a little bit difficult. So like frustration was really like, who get me into sneakers at the beginning, because I couldn't get what I want for the skateboard part as well. When I started skateboard, obviously my parents get like pissed to see like the shoe that I was destroying after like 2 or 3 hours of skateboard. They were like, you see, that's why we don't put money in your shoes. And then so, but in the same time, it made me learn about like how to take care of my shoes,
of course,
and the evolution of sneakers as well. So when I was at school, I saw like some people, they have like some friend of mine, they have like the latest 90s, the latest Air Max 90s or 93. I remember the 93, when the 93 dropped with the big air unit on the heel on the back. I was like, whoa, that's crazy shoes. And then I showed them to my dad in the store, and he was just like pissed. How come you're showing me the shoes at that price? Is impossible. So like frustration like really like got me into sneakers at the beginning. Through my two passions, which is basketball and skateboard.
Oh, nice. Do you still play, or do you still?
I still play basketball and I still skate.
Nice. I know I caught you. You know, guys, I'm the Instagram watcher. I'm the Instagram stalker. I know recently we had the Paris Olympics, and I know that you went to the skateboarding. How was that? It was just a lifetime experience. I couldn't be more grateful about like being there. Obviously, it's my city, Paris. I'm sure you had the same in 2012 when you was in London. Yeah, of course. But for me, seeing my city and then like Paris and the mix of like all the venue from all the different sports mixed with like the heart and the whole monument in Paris, it was just like wow. Like it's the first time I see Paris that way. So it was like, no, it was crazy. All the vibe from like the people from all over the world. No, it was just lifetime experience. I went like with one of my best friends. Nice.
and it was just like two kids living the dream.
Yeah, no,
we
absolutely.
saw some legends, like actually like an English guy, Andy McDonald. I grew up with this guy, like watching this guy like doing like the vert, the vert with Tony Hawk. And then he was at his last competition during the Olympic in Paris. Andy McDonald, 52 years old.
So he was going to retire.
So but still, it was just like for me.
Yeah, it was
being in front of that legend. It was just like wow, the cherry on top.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can imagine seeing like a skateboarding legend or even like a NBA legend is like a big thing. A big thing for you. So
wasn't expecting that at all. I didn't know like who was the competitor until I got there and I saw the list of the competitor.
You're like, no way! What a surprise! I love that. Love that.
Crazy.
That's cool. So one thing we always do, of course, and I'm just gonna say it because I've said all season that people have really, with this special pair, have been coming in with just, I feel like I need a moment of silence. So, of course, we're keeping with traditions. Of course, for the big, this is almost like the crescendo. I mean, the finale, and I think we've ended with a big one. So, of course, Mr. Off the Wall, we ask everyone to bring your special pair. Yeah. I'm just going to get you to grab a pair. Firstly, let us know what pair you've brought with you and why this pair is special to you.
Okay, so I brought what we call the Air Jordan 5 Premio BIN23. They dropped in 2010.
Mad.
So it's a program launch, a Jordan program called BIN23. You can see the stamp on the back here. So launched in 2012, in 2010. At the beginning, they were supposed to do like all the silhouette from 1 to 23. But at the end, they did like only 5 silhouettes. I don't know why 5 silhouettes. So they started with the Jordan 2.
Yep.
Then you have the 5, you have the 7, you have the 9, and you have the 13. So BIN at the beginning is like a meaning. It's used in wine. To distinguish the different type of wine. But for Jordan, it was just like for them, BIN23 is their like program for limited numbers. Crazy material. Premium material.
Guys, if you can see the quality.
Yeah, so crazy. It's like a leather that you can't find better leather than that.
Yeah.
Embroidered sock liner, 3M tongue. You have the stamp on the back, as I said. I swapped the laces. I put them white because it's really a big color black.
Yeah,
they were black,
absolutely.
So it was like wax laces as well, which bring a little bit. And they're numbered. So this one is number 2133. This is the 1506. So like to show you as well how they are like really qualified as premium. So they come with like the wooden shoe tree and that dust bag. So you have one dust bag for each shoes.
Okay.
So it's not like one dust where you put like a pair. It's like one.
So one dust bag.
Yeah. So it's like crazy. Yes.
proper
and I remember like when I got there in Paris, like when I dropped like in a store called House of Hoops back in the day, like Foot Locker, the basketball part of Foot Locker was House of Hoops. And we had only like 12 pairs. So it was like only like one a size almost. So we had to camp. I had to camp like I think 2 nights for that one.
Oh wow.
But yeah, crazy shoes. For me it's my grail because like it just like is 2010 was like one of my first camp kind of.
Yeah.
One of my first good pickup.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always say like that shoe I would wear it for my wedding. It's just like the perfect shoes for me. It's just like so beautiful in terms of quality. Despite it's just one color, for me it's just amazing. You know, like all the details.
Sometimes you ain't got to do too much on a shoe. The shoe speaks for itself.
Exactly. And just to show off a little bit, this is the BIN7. So it's part of the program as well. So this one, the inspiration is like Africa. You can see like the inspiration.
Crazy.
Same numbered, embroidered sock liner. This one is only like 2,059 pairs, and this is the 373.
Wow.
So yeah, for me, BIN23 is just like one of the best program from Jordan.
That's crazy.
Not a lot of people know it because like. Those 5 pairs they dropped like in a space of like a year and a half, between 2010 and 2011. So it's not. I don't want to say like if you know you know. Yeah. But it's kind of like one of the shoes. One of the program which is yeah, if you know, you have like a bit of culture and you know about like Jordan and the whole pair and the whole collab of Jordan. I mean, despite it's not a real collab, but it's really something like who has like a big impact when it dropped in 2010.
Wow. I mean, drops mic, guys. What do I say after that?
I don't know.
Crazy. I'm like, as you're sitting there, I'm like, nah, is this happening? Is this real? This is crazy. Like, of the two, was one harder to get than the other?
Okay, so yes, that's funny you're asking that question because this one I camped for it.
Okay.
But that one, it was a friend of mine who went to the store for me. We camped one night for that one for me. And the funny story about it is just like, because as I said, like the drop was only like 10 or 12 pair.
Yeah.
Only one of the size, obviously a lot of people outside.
In the whole store.
And yeah, so my guy who was coming for me and didn't know nothing about sneakers. He really went there to help me.
Yeah.
He had to fight at the till with not properly fight, but he had to like
do like
yeah. No, they play the guy at the till asked them. So my friend and the other guy to play paper, scissors, rock.
No.
to know which one gonna get the pair, and my guy got like one.
I don't know what
and
to say.
Like so I got the pair.
No, don't tell me that this was down
at the
to
till back in the day. So back in the day at the till.
Oh my god.
Paper, rock, scissors. Oh bro, like when he told me that the night I was like, bro, you're lucky you won.
Can you imagine if they did that now? Can you just imagine if they did that now? That would be crazy.
That would be like a war.
Right. Like, I know you spoke about, or you touched on that you're from Paris. You grew up in Paris. Obviously, you've been here for a few years. So one thing, and it's great that you're kind of in the seat. I've always wanted to kind of ask for those that like have lived in different places of Europe and you know what the kind of sneaker culture is like. So how would you kind of like compare? Not even really compare, but how would you kind of describe the kind of London sneaker culture versus the Paris sneaker culture?
I would say nowadays in terms of sneakers is pretty much the same. There is no really difference. Like everybody's wearing the same shoes nowadays. So I would say like in terms of sneakers, Paris and London, you will find the same shoes on feet of people. But in terms of like street style, clothing and fashion, that's different world. I think like Paris, despite it's like known to be like the capital of fashion, I think is not basic but minimalist. They're not like really like going hard on the fit, you know, like in terms of like color or layers of fabric or layers of whatever, you know, like to make like a crazy fit. So they you know, like in France, it's just like if you not part of the mold, if you don't fit to the mold, you kind of like seen in a weird way. Say not judge, but like you have that eye, you have that look. You know, you have that look where you like, okay, I'm different, but don't look at me like that, you know. Like, compared to when you go to London, it's like more like do whatever you want, you know, be whoever you want, you know, like, so that's why I think like in terms of like sneakers is quite the same, but in terms of street style, I think it's more like minimalist and again, basic is not really the word, but like I would say like the lack of big pattern, big logo, vibrant color,
they keep it
silhouette, right, where it's like really like you know, like those new pants where it's super wide on the bottom and stuff like that. It's not really that much in the street in Paris. Obviously, if you go during Fashion Week, you will find
all sorts of stuff.
But if you go on a normal day during the year, it's gonna be like mostly like some normal silhouettes with good shoes still, good the clothes and the brands will be like good brands, but the silhouette, if you compare two silhouettes of two person in the street from London and Paris, you will see the difference.
Oh wow. So when you visit Paris, so obviously you're between cities, do you find that you change your style to adapt to where you are, or do you stay where you stay as you are?
I say who I am. I say who I am. I'm wearing my clothes and wearing my shoes for me, not for the other. So like you know, like I'm born with like a certain color skin. I'm born with like my eyes, like my problem with my eyes, and then I think it taught me like how to be yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, like okay, I'm not like everybody, but like That's make me
you're
different.
you. Yeah,
that's why I like, you know, not to be the same, you know, like everybody else. So obviously in Paris I was wearing like a bit like colorful in Paris as well, and it was like, okay, so this guy, okay,
risky.
wow,
yeah.
But here in London, I'm still the same, you know, like I don't want to change.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
me or don't like me, but it won't change my life, unfortunately for you, you know. So
absolutely. Don't worry. In London, you're that guy. Don't worry about that.
I don't know if I'm that guy, but
you're that guy. He's gonna deny it. I know they always do this. They deny it. They know what time it is. They know what time it is. So, Mr. Off the Wall. Mm-hmm. Of course, I introduced the game this season, so it's called This or That. For those that have not seen or know what this or that means, so this game, basically, I'm going to throw some questions at you. So just like some comparisons, some random comparisons. Okay. And you're just very simply going to tell me which one you prefer. You down? You ready? Okay. Up for the challenge?
Yeah, let's
go. Let's go.
Let's see.
So, of course, I stalk a lot of Instagram pages, guys, as you know. So some of these comparisons, they might start to feel like I've been on your page. Just saying, guys.
Okay.
Cool. Guys, if you agree with some of Mr. Off the Wall's comparisons, get in those comments and let me know.
Judge, please.
No judgment. Nice. This is a friend respectfully get in those comments. Cool. All right. So first one we've got the Air Max 1 Clock Kiss of Death or the Air Max 90 Bacons.
I don't know. I would say the Clot. I think, the Clot was just for me like the retro of the Air Max 1 Clot was more like, oh yes, I miss that shoes in see-through, toolbox, the print of the sole with the kind of like I don't know, it's like the Japanese stuff on the. I was really happy to have that one.
Yeah. So the Clots.
Yeah, the Clots.
Next one I've got is the Nike SB Dunk What the Pools or the Nike SB Strawberry Coughs.
If it was any other, okay, no, I would say no. What the Pools. Paul Rodriguez was really my idol, one of my idols. I have few others, but Paul Rodriguez, so I would say the What the Pools.
Yeah, What the Pools.
And plus, I met him like when he came for his last skateboard video, and I met him and I make him sign the box. So I would say like definitely the What the Pool. Yeah.
When I said earlier that he was the guy, he tried to deny it. Remember that, guys? We got it on camera. Next one we've got is the Off-White Nike Presto, so one of the 10s. Or the Nike SB Buckaroo Brown Supremes. The Dunks.
Presto.
Presto?
Yeah, Presto.
Okay. Very straightforward one. Next one. Paris or London fashion?
Paris.
Paris?
Yeah, Paris fashion.
Cool. Next one I've got, it's like you know, I've been on that page, trust me, guys. Sean Witherspoon Air Max 1s or the Air Max 1s Animal 2.0s?
Sean Witherspoon. Yeah, Sean Witherspoon. It's just like he brought something new, new silhouette, that hybrid, the mix of the 97 and the Air Max 1. I think, yeah.
Next one I've got is Jordan 6s or Jordan 1s?
6s.
6s?
Oh yes, 6s. For me, I started to know about really like the shoes and to recognize the silhouette with the 6s. First title of Jordan as well, so it was for me like big impact, you know.
Yeah, cool. I like that. Next one I've got is spring fashion or winter fashion.
Interesting. Spring fashion or winter fashion? I would say winter fashion.
Yeah.
It's just like I think in terms of like what we're gonna see on the fashion show, on the catwalk. I think like winter fashion week is a bit better.
Yeah,
more impressive, as I would say.
No, absolutely. Cool. Next one I've got is the Air Max 90 reverse duck camos or the Air Max 90 Viatex.
Viatex, yeah.
Viatex is such a like, I don't know who thought of that, but the way the colours hit is like, there's no way you're gonna wear them and no one's gonna say something.
And as a skater, because I like the Viatex thing come from the dunk.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's like related to dunk, so I have to go for the Viatex ones.
No, absolutely. And last but not least, we're down in we're doing the Supreme, guys. Why not? So we've got the Nike Supreme SB Dunk Ramelzis. I can never really say that.
Yeah.
Or the Nike SB Supreme High Dunk Blue Stars.
I will go for Blue Stars.
Blue Stars?
Yeah, Blue Stars. But you talk about like the high one, the high top.
Yeah, the high ones.
The high top, so the OG from 2003.
Yeah, the OG ones, yeah.
I will go for OG, obviously. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, that was Mr. Off the Wall's This or That. Tell me what you think. Did you agree? Boy, I tried to put some pressured ones on there because I was like, you know what?
No, you did good.
Yeah, I tried to put some difficult ones in there. I think we got him a little bit confused, trust me.
I wasn't ready.
But I think I agree with most of those. But yeah, guys, get in the comments. One thing, of course, I explore people's Instagrams. I'll be floating, seeing what everyone's getting on with. We're not going to avoid it. We're going to talk about it, guys. So for anyone that already follows Mr. Off the Wall, one word, Supreme. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I think even today you touched on Supreme. What I really want to understand is, where did the love for the brand come? What was it that kind of drew you into that? And what's been like, I know there's so many, you can probably be here all day telling me about all the amazing things you bought from Supreme, but what's like a memorable or like something that you really kind of hold close to you in terms of a purchase from Supreme? So I don't even have to be kicks in that sense, but firstly, just tell me how you kind of, how that brand kind of, you connected to that brand.
I skate since I'm young.
Yeah.
So I started like skating late 90s, early 2000. Obviously, like Supreme is created in 1994.
Yeah.
I didn't know Supreme until like late. But it's through skateboard. I won't lie, it's through skateboard. Obviously, back in the day, social media doesn't exist. So like it was like through skate shop. Seeing my friends who like the owner of the skate shop.
Yeah.
Who were traveling to New York to Japan, because there was Supreme store in Japan as well back in the day.
Yeah.
So who were telling me like, oh, I saw those clothes. Oh, they were wearing the clothes.
Yeah.
And then it was through the magazine.
Yeah.
But like it was like not until like, I don't know, like 2014 maybe, when like North Face and Supreme, they dropped like the bandana jacket. That was just crazy. I remember some friend of mine flew to New York to queue for days.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. But same, like for me, it was not like something affordable. So I knew about it. I had always had an eye on it, and I knew like which skater was sponsored by Supreme. Yeah. So it was cool for me to follow them, but again, following them through magazine, not through social media. I want to be sure about the use of follow, So yes, that's the way I learned about Supreme, and why I kept going into Supreme, and I'm still buying Supreme, because it's just like, I love the fact that they have no limit. Yeah. And I'm talking about accessories, because I'm mostly like, I'm 99% collector of Supreme accessories. Oh, nice. Clothing, not really, because I think clothing is more like, they don't go long in time. I feel like for me, it's not really something like, I change a lot, but like accessories, they stay, like, of course. Even if I use them, they stay, and it's more like a collectible item than the clothing. For me. That's a personal opinion. Okay. But, so yeah, what I love is with Supreme and the accessories is like, they go like hard in any kind of direction. Yeah. They will work with Louis Vuitton, but they will work with, I don't know, like recently they will work with Mr. Cartoon. Yeah. It's just like the fact they have no limit. Yeah. And it's just like, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun, despite it's not related to skateboard most of the time. Yeah. But just for me as a collector, I love having those accessories on my wardrobe and in my living room, everywhere. In my kitchen, I have like on top of my wardrobe, like maybe like 20 bottles of like different bottles, like coffee machine, like and stuff like that. Yeah. Absolutely love that. So what's like an item? I know you probably got many of things, but what would you say is like one item or one or two items that you bought from Supreme that you think, this was the day you got it, you thought, but the one that will jump in my mind straight up is the Supreme Dunk. The Supreme Dunk, the recent one, the stars. Okay. So it was during COVID. Okay. So why is like memorable for me? Just because at that time I was a store manager at Presented By in the store. Yeah. And so I was still working there sometimes, not every day because it was COVID, but sometimes I had to go there. And so the drop comes, and obviously all stores were closed. Yeah. So every drop were online. Oh, yeah. Means online, it's like everybody all
especially
Europe
in COVID
is online
as well. COVID times, boy, it was
exactly, and no one has nothing to do.
No, so we're all waiting.
Exactly,
we're already available.
So the only thing to do during COVID it was to be online.
Yeah,
order stuff.
Yeah,
and obviously Supreme being known and like people want it.
Yeah,
it was for me stressful to go there and to try. You know, so. I tried the shoes. I click on them. I managed to put the shoes in my basket. Put my personal and bank details. Let it go. Yeah. Wait. Boom! I received the order confirmation, and then the email. Oh, I jumped, and I was so happy.
I love it.
But the funniest part is just like 2-3 days after that, I just like tell the story to one of my colleagues from the office.
Yes.
So it's not the store, but from the office, and then she came back with like, oh. David, come to the office. I need to show you something. And then she showed me the CCTV footage of me like doing like being calm at the beginning. Then like the shoe appear on the screen. Like, I'm like whoa, with the mouse. And then I'm like this. And then when the other confirmation comes, I jump and I run back and forth. No physical alley, coffees alley.
But they're just like, what's wrong with you?
So
Why are you doing that?
So it was just like funny to see myself from the CCTV footage like running around. But it's just like the scale of emotions. You know? I was just like trying calm on my phone, trying like on the computer, but texting some friends, and then like and then waiting, looking at stuff, and then suddenly I look at the screen and I see the stuff, and you're like, I can see myself like reacting, and
it's like with no sound. You're like,
I push the chair, and then I run everywhere. Wow, crazy! Yes, I felt stupid when I saw myself, but I was happy at the same time. You know.
Listen, like, I don't think any of us know what we probably look like when we've won. If only we could see how we reacted and play that back. That must have been a mad experience.
No, for real, it was just it was a memorable moment. Yeah.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Cool, so cool. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good season as well. Like, I mean, again, I'm talking about accessories. Clothing, I'm not really into it.
Yeah,
I mean, I buy some bits and bobs sometimes, but like.
Yeah, the accessories they're a lot more timeless. Like people, when people talk about like Supreme and them standing out in their own right, it's the accessories. Like everyone talks about the accessories. I know they collab here and there, but yeah, I completely agree. If I start buying Supreme, this is the guy to blame, guys. Just putting it out there because I'm sold. I'm in. Like, you're gonna have me online now looking and say,
but it's fun, you know. Like it's fun because especially like when you're like a sneaker addict, like you have that I don't know how you call it, but that emotion will drive you like, oh, will I get that shoes? Will I get my hand on that? You know? And for Supreme, it's an emotion that I still have. Yeah. You know, for sneakers, it's kind of gone. Okay. You know, like because for me the sneaker game is different. But for Supreme, I still have that kind of like, will I have it? You know, oh my God, you know, finger cross, and I will make some phone calls. Can you get that? Where are you in the queue?
Yeah.
You know, like, so no, Oh,
I love that. It's like its own. Although it's like we're in the sneaker culture. It's almost something else, like collectibles, and I know some people collect like different things, and just having that as like I wonder what we can get our hands on. No, that's cold, and I like that. And I know there's like a small group of you Supreme collectors and that. Let me know what it is to get into the gang. I'm trying to be down with the gang, the Supreme gang. Don't worry.
There is room for everyone.
Trust me. So Mr. Off the Wall, what's next for you? Have you got anything exciting coming up? Any fun projects? Anything for us to look forward to? I know I always search for that exclusive, guys. So have we got an exclusive or anything exciting you want to share?
Yeah, a little bit not exclusive because I think like I promoted already on my platform, Mr. Off the Wall, but like I'm kind of like starting a new cleaning and authentication sneaker business.
Nice.
Under the name of Mr. Off the Stain.
Nice.
So I kept like kind of the root of my IG name with like adopting into like the cleaning, so Mr. Off the Stain.
Okay.
So it's starting pretty good. Cool. I'm slightly starting to live with it. Okay. So which is kind of like
nice.
Good. I'm grateful.
We like that.
Obviously, I'm hoping for better and getting bigger.
Of course, absolutely.
But yes, it's good. So like, if you need any cleaning in sneakers, heels, bags, caps, Mr. Off the Stain, and you will find me as well at the next event, Kicks and Coffee, on the September 15th.
Nice.
I will be there. I will have a table. So if you need any kind of advice, legit check, I'll be there, or contact me through my DM.
Amazing. No, that is, you know, firstly, congratulations, because it's not easy.
Thank you.
Starting your own business and getting that off the ground and getting out there. So no, absolutely. Make sure you guys, for any of you that are attending that event, make sure you guys look out for Mr. Off the Wall course. I'm sure you'll be there, standing out, and everyone will see you there. So yeah, that was when? Just remind us.
September 15. Big Penny Social.
Okay, cool, amazing. We'll definitely check that out.
Well done to Joe for his event, Kicks and Coffee, which is a really, really good sneaker event. He did really good. No, absolutely, definitely, guys. Make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, we have come to the end of your show, Mr. Off the Wall. I know. Jeez. Where did time go? I was just having so much. Much intel, so much knowledge. The special pair, guys. I said I'm not saying anything more about this special pair, because you know, I don't want to say it. I said it too early in the season. I was like, oh my god, there's so many pairs, and then every week, like, you know, you guys have really nailed it this season. We have come to the finale. You've been an amazing guest to end this amazing season on. So of course we want to keep that momentum of everyone getting to know you, getting to know your business. So if you can, just share your socials with the people, and guys, make sure you follow Mr. Off the Wall. So my main IG page is Mr. Off the Wall, so mr.off the wall, like Vance. And then for my cleaning part is Mr. Off the Stain, so mr.off the stain, OFF the stain.
Amazing. Amazing. And make sure you guys check out Mr. Off the Wall at the Kicks and Coffee event. But guys, we've come to the end of season 3. Thank you so much for those that have watched this season.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's been amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Off the Wall, for joining us today.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much for joining me. So guys, of course, make sure you follow Mr. Off the Wall. Make sure you follow myself, CREPERELLA, on Instagram. Make sure you follow myself and the Solekted page on TikTok. And I guess we'll see you next season. Peace.